David James. Rule number 3. Never date a woman who shows everybody her body. She wants attention. That shows lewd pictures and all that, and shows parts of her body in a sexual way. She's doing it for attention. Rule number 3. All these links are posted on my community posts. Click on the link and watch the full videos. They belong on the streets. Yeah, if you go on my community posts and click on some of the links, some of them will explain everything I'm explaining to you. It'll take the YouTube videos. A woman that exposes her body with pictures and lewd photos and all that, they don't belong. They belong on the streets. They seek attention from all the different guys. It's not me saying it, it's the experts. Go there and look. Again, hit like and share the videos on my community post. Another kind of woman you don't want in your life is a bossy woman. She don't love you. She just wants to boss people around. What's going on, David James? Knowledge is power, David James. Knowledge is power. Remember that. Knowledge is power. We'll continue this conversation in a minute. I need a new microphone. I need shit, man. It's just. Be right back. Hey, Chad, what's going on? I keep forgetting things today, man. This is the third time I had to go back. Try this again. You know, Noodles is bragging to me about all the kind of money he's making on here, and John, I'm making all kind of money, and I'm looking at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like a loser. You know what I mean? Noodles really made me feel like a loser, Chad. He's like, he's making so much money on YouTube and all this shit, and I'm like, I'm looking at me, and I'm like, you know, every time I tell him, he's telling me people send him gifts and he's making all this money, and I'm looking at my feeble accounts, and I'm like, why am I doing this? You know what I mean? Why do I want to put myself out there for all this nonsense? Yeah. I talked to Noodles on the phone yesterday for about half an hour, and I'm like more depressed than when I was before. You know. This guy Noodles is telling me how much money he makes and how the money's flowing in, and he gets people sending him gifts and shirts and all this. He got people like Magical and that other one up there. What's her name? How they all send her. How these women with cucks. They're out there busting their ass, making a buck, and they're sending and their wives are sending Noodle stuff, you know, and all this money he's making and all that. And I'm like, by the end of the conversation, I felt like a piece of shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, LT7? I'm like, you know, he made me feel like what a loser. That's what he made me like. I'm a loser or something, you know, on YouTube. Which at the end of the day, you know, I mean, I'm really not, you know. But I don't understand how the guy works. I mean, let's be honest. He's on YouTube all fucking day. How does he work? I mean, do you actually see him? I'm happy for him. You know, I'm happy he's making all this money and getting all this stuff from women and all that, and women call him up and they love him and all that. You know, I'm happy for him, but all this stuff, you know, it makes me feel like, you know, how much better he's doing. You know what I mean? Well, I would like to go on and do things entertaining out here, but I'm busy during the day right now in my life. You know what I mean? You know, I'm going to the gym, then I'm going around hustling. I mean, this is my only time I get to really talk or do something right now. You know what I mean? In my life, once I get everything situated and my credit card's all paid up and everything to where I should be, then I'll have more time. But right now in my life, at least for the next 6 months, I got to keep on working hard, man. Until I get everything paid off, and then I'll be all right. I can sit back and chill for a while, you know, and do other things. Like go to haunted houses or something. Or maybe take Sarah Gallo to a cucumber patch. Can you imagine that? Taking Sarah Gallo to a cucumber patch. she'd be in heaven. Or taking Michelle Marie Delaney to a haunted house. First problem is believing anything Noodle says. Yeah, his psychology don't work with me. It might work with other people. You know what I mean? He keeps insisting I'm talking to Sam the dog killer. Now, why would a John Camillo want to talk to Sam the dog killer? On more than one occasion. Are you talking to him behind the scenes? Noodles, why would a John Camillo want to talk to a Sam the dog killer? That's a person you talk to, Noodles, behind the scenes. I don't talk to people like that. He's not welcome here, and I certainly don't talk to somebody like that behind the scenes. Hey, Mojo, that's just crazy talk. I don't talk to people like that. That's almost an insult to even consider that a John Camillo would talk to a Sam the dog killer. Are you out of your mind, Noodles? You asked me 3 times about that. He's your problem. He's not my problem. I'm not afraid of him. Sarah Gallo left me 3 paragraphs last night. 3 paragraphs. And I had a few words just to write back. I said, well, if you don't like it, don't watch. It's easy enough to do. And that's my message. And then that was it. It's that simple, Sarah. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's simple enough to do for you people. If you don't like what's said or whatever, can you ignore it? Just turn it off or don't watch it or go somewhere else. It's easy enough to do. Then he tells me Vegas Barbie threatened to sue him or something. Threatened to sue him or something for defamation or something. These people are nuts. If you don't like it, just don't watch. It's YouTube, man. It's simple enough. Just unsubscribe, hit so you don't get notifications and don't watch. It's that simple. That's what I do. I don't watch these people. I go to Dave 25s and watch or go up there once in a while because some of it's kind of entertaining and I find it exciting and it's reality a lot of it. You know, and I'll go there and watch that, but that's about it. And Nellie Green's and Bergs, I don't even like going to your place anymore. You're washed up or something, man. Get your act together. Stay away from that lady, man. Go get a haircut and groom yourself up, man. You look disheveled. You look a wreck. Your channel's going down the tubes because of that. Be like the king, man. Look at the king. Bergs, you lost your smile. You lost your smile, Bergs. Why would you let a woman from the streets take you down, Bergs? These are women from the streets. That's where they belong, in the streets. With Bergs. I never seen Vegas Barbie smile. You notice that? I never seen her smile. She never did nothing to me, but she never did nothing for me either, Vegas Barbie. You know what I mean? I don't like that she's involved in everybody's relationship like Berg. You know what I mean? But Bergs, it's your fault. You let these people in your life. So I mean, that's what happens. I mean, I'd rather. It's far better to be alone. Far better to be alone than to have people like this in your life, Bergs. They're not your friends. If you died tomorrow, they'd be right back up here forgetting about you going on with life in YouTube. They're not your friends, Bergs. These people aren't your friends. If you died, Bergs, you'd be forgotten in 2 weeks. These people would go on the next day on chat like nothing even happened. The Sarah Galos and the Vegas Barbies, they're not your friends, Bergs. You test them. Ask them to do something they don't like, and if they don't want to do it, run for the pike. You got to swiftly cut them out of your life, like I do. The minute you're betrayed, the minute you're lied to, the minute you're lied to or betrayed, and you find out, a seasoned person like me can sniff out the people like that, Bergs. But you're not seasoned or something, you know. I've been around. I've been around in the real life on the streets, Bergs. I've been with so many women I can't even remember their names in the past, Bergs. I've seen all kinds, Bergs. I'm seasoned. How many women have you been with, Bergs? One or two? I developed the nose to sniff these women out, Bergs. See, your inexperience is your problem, Bergs. Your inexperience with relationships and women, that's your problem. Look deep before you leap, buddy. I'd have to sit down and try to figure out all the women I've been with in my lifetime. See, when I'm growing up, there was no computers or phones or whatever. You meet people in real life. You meet people in real life, and it's more physical. It's physical. You're right there with them, so you have better chance of having sexual relationships with them because they're physical. Here, you can go on for years and not even meet the person, and you ruin all them years of your life. You know what I mean? Without the cell phones and all that, I met a lot of women. You know, you meet them around back then. You meet them on the streets or something, you know, in stores or something, and then you get with them, and then it's easier to sleep with women that way instead of hiding behind a phone like you do, Bergs. Look at all the fucking time, years you wasted, and you never had a physical woman. Are you out of your fucking mind? I've been with women, Bergs. And there's a couple women I've been with that you don't even know about in the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, there was 2 other women I've been with that you don't even know about. The bottom line, Bergs, is I'm seasoned when it comes to women. You're not a seasoned person, Bergs. You're a rook. You're a rook when it comes to women and all that. I'm good at sniffing women out. You know what I mean? And I would never pay for a woman. I would never pay to have sex with a woman. Are you crazy? Any woman I've been with, the intention was good. Either it didn't work out or something like that. The intention was always good. I don't go around whoring around anyway. If things don't work out, that's it. I don't pay for women and prostitutes. That's not like having a woman. I don't hand over money that way. Maybe a dinner or something, but I don't hand over money like to have sex. Never did. Dave 25 and Bergs and Mark Terry, you're all rooks. You're all rooks, man. You have an internet woman you never even meet, and you think that's having a woman. Fucking weirdos. If there's no plan of meeting them, why even bother? Why even bother if you're not even going to plan on meeting them ever? Why even bother? That's not a relationship, having somebody online like that without physically touching them. It's called a fake relationship. Smoke screens. Actually, it's kind of sick, really, when you think about it. If you meet somebody and you don't have any intentions of meeting, how the fuck can you call it a relationship without any intentions to move it forward? And then you're crying about it? Like, I mean, what the fuck? You never even met her. You weren't dating her. You weren't dating. It's called sleazing around, what you guys were doing. Sleazing around. It wasn't a relationship. These women belong in the streets that do that, Bergs. And you're caught up in it. That wasn't, you weren't dating her. There's no such thing as dating without meeting somebody personally. It's called sleazing around on the computers, is what it is. Nothing more than a whore. If you had no intentions of ever meeting anybody or whatever that, and were lied to, then that's all it was. That's all it was online whoring around. That's all you guys were doing. You could spin it any way you want. I mean, I was with Lolly, but we were going to live together and stuff. We were going to move together before she died. I mean, there was an intention there. You know what I mean? There was like, it wasn't just sleazing around. It was like we had pure intentions. But Bergs, like you and this woman and Jill, all yous were doing was sleazing around. That's all yous were doing. If you were with somebody for 5 years and never met them, you were just sleazing around, both of yous. Fucking weird, man. I think yous all were fucking weirdos. That's what I think. You have a woman online and you think that's like, oh, that's my girlfriend. Come on, man. Unless you meet them in person, they're nothing. Don't even count them as having a girlfriend. That's all nonsense. Just like that Puerto Rican, what's his name, Stewie or whatever. He knew that was a guy. That Puerto Rican knew that was a guy. He was still going on with it. You know what I mean? Dumb Puerto Rican. Mojo. That's what they are. I mean, I don't care. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit up here and let them. If they want to bring it on YouTube, then it becomes my business. If they want to run around and bring their personal business up here, like Bergs does with this woman, now it becomes part of YouTube. Things like that should be hidden secret. If you want it publicized, you want attention. That's why they're doing it. They all want attention. That's why they're doing it. That's why it's in front of us. David James, that's why it's in front of us. They want attention. Why do we have to know about their personal relationship and about how they were phone boning and Bergs was describing and all that? Why would we have to know that? Once it comes here, as a reporter, it becomes my business. And I have an opinion I'll give, and that's it. And my opinion is losers. That Sarah tried to get me involved in this shit. You know what she tried to do? David James, that Sarah tried to love bomb me, and I didn't fall for it. And I blocked her ass for a week, and that's why she ran the Bergs, the Mark Terry, and all this. She tried to love bomb me. I said, you have a bad reputation. You know that? But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Then I caught her in lies. That was enough for me, man. That was enough. I sniffed her out quick and to the point. She actually dumped Bergs the first time to try to be with me. Mojo, she actually dumped Bergs the first time to be with me. Oh, I'm dumping Bergs and you're so great and all this. And then I caught her in a lie. I said, that's it. And I blocked her. Then she ran back to Bergs. And then she broke up with him again or something. And that's where I intervened with all this shit. And I'll tell you how it happened. She was love bombing me. And then she says, oh, I'm very tired. I got to get up early for work. I'm going to sleep. Then 15 minutes later, she was on TikTok over there with Mark Terry. So she lied to me. She lied to me. I blocked it, and that was it. I said, fuck this. Fuck you. I've been through this shit before. I mean, I'm a seasoned person. Fuck you, because she broke up with Bergs or something, saying she wanted to be with me or something, and then she ran back to Bergs, and I don't know what happened. She broke up with Bergs again, and was with Mark Terry and this one and that one, and that's when I put my foot down and exposed. Fuck you. So I nipped it in the bud right away. That's what you got to do, Mojo. You got to nip it in the bud. Because once they start lying like that, they'll always lie. If you're honest about it, that's one thing. You know what I mean? If you're to say, "Oh, I'm going to go off now and go watch YouTube or do something," but to say you're going to sleep and then run over there and send hearts to other people, it's weird, man. It's weird. She tried to love bomb me. She said, I broke up the Bergs just for us to be together or something, some bullshit. She went on and on how she has this dog grooming business and all that. Look, it was filled with lies, what she said, okay? It's not important. And what I told her, Stan CT, I said, look, maybe you should work it out with Bergs, okay? Because I don't want to get in the middle of no drama and all this shit. I told her this. I said, maybe you should work it out with Bergs because, I mean, if you two are happy or want to talk to each other, I don't want to get involved. I said, I don't want to get involved with the drama. No, no, me and Bergs are done. Me and Bergs are done. I don't talk to any of these people. I said, I don't want to get in that drama with Mark Terry, Bergs. I mean, just it's easy. I don't want to be involved in it. And if you are, I just don't want to be involved with you. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, I gave the option. And then she was love bombing me. And then she says, I'm going to sleep. And then she's over at Mark Terry's after I gave her the option. It's fucking weird, man. She didn't think I'd cut her off that quick, did she? So I had her blocked for a week. I unblocked her, and she left me 3 paragraphs last night. I made her cry and all this shit, and I wrote back. It's simple enough to do. Don't watch. It's easy enough just to block out if you don't like it. Fuck that, David James. Fuck you. Not you, David James, but you know what I mean. When I say fuck you, I mean them people. Like I said, you don't like it. You don't like this channel. You don't like what I say. You don't like what I do. Don't watch. Don't watch. But they watch. They're glued to me. They can't. They're obsessed with me. Whole bunch of them are obsessed with me. Anyway, Stan. Look at that, Stan. Look at that. Look at that body. Look at the bronze arms. All it takes is an hour a day at the gym, folks. You could look like this. 1 hour out of your time. Stay off YouTube. Go to the gym. Go to the gym. Walk. Do something, man. That's all it takes. And when you're 60 years old, you'll look like this. When you're 60, you'll look like this too. Look at that. I'll bring you in with me before I end it to get a full body look at the king, okay? We'll go in now. You'll get a full body look at what the king looks like. So bring the women up here. We're going to get a full body look when I go in here. Like fine wine, better with time. In fact, we could do it right here. We could do it right here. We don't have to go in there to do it. Look. Just a second.